See, I told you this would happen. Yes, nearly only, well, take two. See, I told you this would happen, well, over 2 years ago now. I've told you many, many times before, celebrities, eventually will do anything to make sure that they stay in the limelight. Whether it's posting snaps literally with drips in their arm on hospital beds to let you know it wasn't just a race, or it was a mad dash, an emergency, that sort of stuff. They want to share every sort of kit and caboodle with you because this is the only way now they can keep relevant. And this is now the true situation for the former royals known as Harry and Meghan. Desperate times and all that sort of stuff. When you think about it, they decided they were going to do things their way, but very quickly their way has collapsed, and their way now is looking very desperate indeed. But finally, it appears that both Archie and Lily are finally for sale. As ever, let me explain. Morning, lovely to see you on a very sun-drenched, if cold day here in the very heart of London town. Lovely to have your company, whatever you're doing. And as ever, do keep safe out there. I know many of you say the same to me. Trust me, I'm very, very aware. Absolutely, you have to be, don't you, chums? Wherever you are, just make sure you keep an eye out on everything, Your purse, your bag, your sanity, if you can find that, it's difficult, isn't it, when you're shopping and all that sort of stuff. Everything you have to remember. And then on top of all of that, being fiddled at the till, of course, after being accused of taking a carrier bag, or indeed offering to put money on your card for charity that you've never heard of. The only charity, of course, is the retail sector. That's right. I feel sorry for a lot of the brave men and women who work in that sector right now, have to deal with the onslaught of, the lack of just respect and criminality out there. Anybody else agree? It's a little bit like this particular story. You see, Archie and Lily are now very much open for business. Yes, they are indeed. Now, you see, take a look at this picture. This picture was leaked, literally thanks to an interview with Meghan's good chum, Gloria Steinem, right? Remember her? She was the one that gave Meghan an award, and then Meghan just trampled all over that by claiming she was in a catastrophic car chase on that particular night. So the award went out the window. Dottie Gloria is not necessarily all quite there. Do you get the picture? And I mean that nicely. I met her once briefly, very, very activism mode, Now, Meghan decided she was going to become a chum of Gloria, because when Meghan becomes a chum with you, you could become useful, and useful she has been. You see, just cast your mind back a couple of weeks ago now to this particular picture. You see this one? That's right. This is the one, of course, with Archie and Harry caught unawares while having another surfing lesson on that, fake surfing plant thing. And, again, nothing wrong with that. I told you at the time, this was literally premeditated, basically to distract away from Prince Harry's visa problems and all the other things. And then suddenly, miraculously, Harry got angry and he got taken down, but just long enough for it to be out there. This is exactly the same situation with Gloria Steinem, and let me tell you why. Speaking to the magazine, the publication, they basically got full sign-off from Gloria of everything. All the pictures, all, of course, the text, and more importantly, were there any pictures in the background that she wanted blurring? No, nothing, right? You get the picture, as ever, allegedly. But what's fascinating here, you see, is by leaking it out via somebody else, this is very, very easy for Harry and Meghan to sort of say, oh, we didn't do it. We're not hypocrites. We don't want our children out there. Well, here's the other side. Cast your mind to Patrick J. Adams once again. He owned these pictures of Meghan, which he took on set, and she went potty, legal action, all that sort of stuff. He had to put a big apology out there, and then suddenly, of course, remove the pictures, all while begging for forgiveness. As I told you, Patrick, nice guy, but not useful right now. Gloria Steinem, of course, very useful, elderly, quite well respected, and more importantly, able to leak out the sort of message, particularly on the day that Catherine was taking children to the National Portrait Gallery, and more importantly, as it heats up for Prince Harry's visa. I've been told from an excellent source that both Harry and Meghan are, well, shall we say, interested in perhaps showing a little bit more of their family. As ever, though, for the right price. And for those cynics out there that say, Neil, you've been unkind, remember, they were quite happy to blast Archie, well, in all of his glory, quite literally, on their Netflix show. Anybody believing this is just, a simple slip of an elderly woman being interviewed? Truly, think again. You have been played. But I did warn you a couple of years ago. Expect to see more of these leaks as we get more and more desperate. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.